Hey, I'm Stephen Lee, and I am here with Ethan Lacrosse, the Around Town editor of Time Out New York magazine, and we are going to be talking about the Brooklyn Historical Society. What can you tell me about it?
Well, Brooklyn's a borough with a lot of history. It's a big part of the city's history, and the Brooklyn Historical Society documents it all the way back to 400 years ago when Native Americans were still living in the borough.
This has been here for a while, the Historical Society.
It has. It's been established since 1863. At the time, it was called the Long Island Historical Society because Brooklyn was just sort of the big city at the end of Long Island, and it was sort of a twin city with Manhattan.
Is it just a museum?
It's a museum and a library, so if you're interested in any sort of obscure Brooklyn facts, you can go when the library's open and look stuff up. And a lot of American families can trace their lineage back to Brooklyn, and they can go there and they can check out, when their family might have been in the borough.
What would you find in the permanent collection there?
Well, the main permanent exhibit is called Brooklyn Works, which is about the history of labor in Brooklyn. You see everything from Native American trading to sweatshops. You see recreated workplaces. You see vintage uniforms in the early 20th century. You learn all about all of it.
Is it a good place to bring the kids?
It is. A lot of it is. And a lot of their rotating exhibits are good for kids, too. Like, they had a great one on the Verrazano Bridge a while ago that I think a lot of kids really liked seeing the models and things like that.
Do they have a restaurant?
They don't, but you are in Brooklyn Heights, which is a great neighborhood for exploring, for shopping, eating, all kinds of stuff. It's a great place for anyone interested in New York City history in general, which I think is most people who live here. And it's only $6 to get in, and it doesn't take that long to walk through it. So it's a good place to go for a short visit.
What are the hours of the museum itself?
It's varied by season, but it's usually Wednesday through Sunday, noon to 5. You should definitely always check before you go because they have very strange hours.
Sounds great. Thank you, Ethan. Brooklyn Historical Society. You are watching Time Out New York on demand.